Hey, this is Kevin. I'm making this video for a few people that I've talked to about doing some financial planning. And I just wanted to try to motivate you by showing you what the planning can do. This is the fourth iteration or Money Guide Pro, fourth version, if you will. So just let me run through a few things that I think are most exciting. I'm going to be stopping and starting, so you're going to see my head jumping around a bit, but it's just so you don't have to wait for the pages to load. But this is John and Jane Doe. They were both born in 1970, and they both make $125,000, married in the great state of Tennessee. So the first question that needs to be answered, and when I say that, I mean, we're just trying to guess. I mean, financial planning is not about getting exactly to the goal that we set. I mean, all planning is to get you to think about things, to motivate you to save more and do the right things. I mean, that's what planning is all about. But so John is going to retire at age 65 and then have his end of plan, is what we call it, at age 90. We don't kill anyone in the financial planning business. Jane retires at 61 and lives to 92. Now, these ages are actually really the ages that if somebody makes it to 65, they have a 50% chance. A male to 88 or 89, a female is 92. So anyway, they have a good chance of living to these ripe old ages. So the type of planning that we like to do, the type of financial planning is goals-based planning. Now, there's two types of financial planning. There's goals-based financial planning, and then there's cash flow. What goals means is you pick your goals, you say, this is what I want my future to look like. And then we see how much money you have today, and we match them up and we say, what chance do you have if you continue on this path to meet your goals? The other way to do it is cash flow. And then what that is we need to find every bloody penny that you spend each and every year and then find out how much money is left over. I don't like cash flow planning, although for people that are in debt, it can be very helpful. So we do goals-based planning. So you see retirement, do something else. That's what people call it these days. They need $108,000. We look at healthcare, big party, woo, when John retires. New car and truck every 4 years until they pass away. They're going to go to Bermuda every year, and they're also going to travel domestically. They're going to leave a bequest to Jane at the end of Jane's plan, and then they're going to give gifts and donations every year. So the software is so awesome these days that you can actually figure out exactly what this is going to cost in those retirement years. So the other thing we can do here is look about expectations. What are the things that you want other than just money? I mean, money is important, but if you don't have a plan to spend your money and enjoy your life when you retire, you may feel you may get depressed actually, or you may just sit on the couch. That's not good. So to think about what kind of a lifestyle do you want to have, and we can say, well, John wants to do this, but Jane is like, nope, I just want to help others. John is crazy. He wants to start a business. We can do that kind of stuff. But again, this is all about getting us thinking as a husband and wife to come together. Now, we're not marriage counselors, but we want to help couples talk about their future or individuals. We like individuals too. So personal finance and financial planning is more about the person or persons than it is about all these numbers. Now, Charlie and I, we can really crunch the numbers, make the numbers, figure out what the numbers can be, should be, will be. But it's really about what the goals are of the individual. And there's a lot of studies that show that people that really understand what their goals are and understand what their concerns are do a lot better. When you have a plan, it makes it easier knowing that you're going to be okay no matter what happens with markets and all that kind of stuff. So these are the concerns that some people have, and this helps all of us just emote, show emotion around the concerns that really we care about. So if you look at this drop down, we can model Social Security, and we can help you go online and get your Social Security statements if you've not gotten them already. It's kind of interesting to reflect on your work life. And this is a no judgment zone. We're not going to say if you didn't earn a lot of money or if you earned a ton of money. doesn't really matter. I mean, it's really about what's your Social Security going to be. We've seen people get between $1 million and $2 million worth of Social Security based on life expectancies, and if two people were working. So it's really important to get Social Security. Then we can also look at all the different types of retirement income, investable assets. Financial planning is not just about investing. We can talk about if you save more in the future, what will happen. Other assets, homes, other things. We do insurance, stock options, restricted stock. So really, it's all about your money. The next one is about risk and allocation. So we get a risk score, a household risk score, and we decide if the market crashed today, which I always tell people, we never know when the next crash is coming. We won't know that it's fully a crash until we're into the full crash, and by that time we shouldn't sell. So if John and Jane went through a crash, we can model what would have happened back in the Great Recession. Are you okay with being down 607,000? And everybody would say, no, I'm not okay with it. But if your portfolio is super aggressive, it's very likely that you could be down a tremendous amount of money. So this gets us set up to make sure that we're okay in retirement. Okay, so we get our first answer here. We look at how successful is your retirement probably going to be based on all the money that you spend, based on how much you saved, and based on how much you are saving going forward. And so we get a probability of success. Now, what makes it 77%? Well, if the investments do fantastic and you get a good sequence of returns, and the returns that are really good show up early in your retirement, you could become a 100 millionaire here, $100 million heir. I don't know. I can't say that. But anyway, and then these are all the failed ones. And this is when a sequence of return is bad. And then we can figure out how to make it better. And the last thing I'll show you is that you have access to this portal, and you can use what's called the play zone or the what if worksheet to see what if, and what if things change. So I'm sure you can find software on the web. Really what we believe the important thing about financial planning is that everything is a trade-off. There's risks of holding all cash, there's risks of holding all stocks, and really what we want to do is help people to envision what could happen. So John is a young guy, and he says, hey, I want to retire at age 60. So we say, okay, John, let's just move it back to age 60, and you can do it. John can mess around with it. Well, it takes down your probability of success. What if you're going to need to spend more money than you think you will? I mean, what if you need a fudge factor? You say, hey, I think we're going to probably spend 150,000. Well, how is that going to change your retirement? Again, that didn't change it that much. So what if healthcare is more or less? So the final sheet I'll show you is called the what if worksheet, and we can just create custom scenarios. What if you work 10 years longer? What if you make this amount of money? I mean, it's like the play zone, except it's the play zone on steroids. What if the returns are, instead of the 6% returns we expect, what if they're 4%? We can change everything. So again, this software is all part of working with leading edge financial planning, and there is a portal that you can go to. Now, the only issue is that that's another username and password, but we're happy to help you get on this and look at your financial plan after we put it together. And again, we believe the decisions are made by all these numbers, and discussing decisions is the way to do it. So thanks so much for watching. I'm Kevin Gormley, a CFO for Leading Edge Financial Planning, and appreciate your time.